Sit down and shut up.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give me peace.
Why so serious?
You take the blonde and I'll take the one in the trailer.
This is Sparta!
I'll have what she's having.
Podcast. On the panel today, like always, I'm Vinny.
Wazzy.
Edgar.
And as you can tell, we're going to be talking about 1997's Con Air.
Yes, listen, fuck face.
It's a horrible John Malkovich.
That was Hal Douglas, right?
Huh?
That was Hal Douglas?
I have no idea what the fuck that is.
That was the guy from KTLA5, right? Hal Sparks? No, that's a comedian.
Halitosis?
Yeah, well, that's what you have.
I know.
Nonetheless.
Bro, my breath is kicking right now.
Always, not just right now. It always smells like you ate or are burning rubber in your mouth.
Huh?
I'll make it do what it do, baby. Yeah.
So we are talking about Con Air. It's a 1997 action movie, Jerry Bruckheimer classic, which it looks like it could have been directed by Michael Bay, but it wasn't.
A little bit of John Woo, too.
Directed by Simon West.
Yeah, who also directed what other movies?
I don't know.
Tomb Raider and Expendables 2, and never gonna give you a music video.
The Rick Rolled.
Yeah, he directed that, and he also directed a bunch of smaller movies. But I think his biggest one,
The Mechanic.
his biggest one was I think Expendables 2.
Biggest budget, probably.
No, I think that's the one that made the most money, probably.
Really?
Expendables 2 made money.
This didn't make money?
Con Air did.
Okay, but I'm like...
But
I
I think Expendables...
due to inflation,
Yeah, but
I think, maybe?
Expendables 2 made more money. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong, but...
I don't want to look it up.
It is Jerry Bruckheimer in the Bruckheimer Renaissance at that time. I think all the 90s was heavy on Jerry Bruckheimer movies right after, like... Because you had Beverly Hills Cop in the 80s. Then you had, all of a sudden... You had these movies in the 90s that started making, like, The Rock, which started the relationship with Nicolas Cage and Jerry Bruckheimer. Then you had him in Con Air. Then you had Bad Boys in the mix at the time. You have all these movies.
This is considered Nick Cage Holy Trinity movie.
Yeah,
What's
it is one.
The Rock.
It is one of
Face
his.
Off.
It is again one of his better action movies in general. He was jacked in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not like
Not like The Rock, but I mean The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Not like Kiss of Death, jacked, but he's still jacked.
But no, but he was lean and he was
Mean.
he's lean, mean, and
Fighting machine?
should have had a ponytail at one point because that hair was unruly.
I went with the Hulk Hogan.
Real bad Southern accent though, but
No.
whatever. It's still a really enjoyable movie. It's an action packed movie.
Hey, he's an Oscar winner too.
It's a Razzie. They won the
worst part is that he went to Alabama to perfect his accent.
Well, I mean, when the movie came out, people praised his performance, John Malkovich's performance, and John Cusack's performance.
Well, the reason he I guess people understood it was a Southern accent, or the way they wrote it is that he didn't have too many like monologue lines. Like he has like one-liners here and there,
July
like
14.
maybe six to 8 words, maybe.
Put the bonnet in the box.
Because then he'll break his accent.
Put the bonnet in the box.
Moving the bunny gets it.
Just put the bonnet down.
Man,
It's so weird in this movie. You have Bubba also from Forrest Gump getting shot. Didn't he get shot in the stomach in Forrest Gump also?
He's got the diabetes. Huh?
It was all that shrimp.
Yeah.
Shrimp causes that sugar.
So let's talk about the movie Con Air. It's a short premise. It's Cameron Poe's discharged, comes back home to
Why was he in jail?
It's the beginning.
Hold on. He gets discharged from the
done.
army, not from jail yet.
Oh, okay.
Dumb shit. Let me explain. So he gets discharged from the army, comes home back to his lady, who's pregnant. Obviously at the beginning of the movie, she's getting hit on in front of him, and like they're rednecks are being disrespectful to him. And on the way out, they attack him. He kills a man in self-defense. They can't prove it's self-defense because again they show that the knife is taken. His lawyer tries to get a deal. He ends up getting almost the maximum amount for that. He gets 10 years.
He stabbed the dude?
No. The guy who's attacking him had a knife.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, didn't he like jam the guy's nose into his brain?
But that was it's all self-defense. It's all self-defense.
And they just said, hey, you're training.
Yeah,
makes you a lethal weapon.
you're a lethal weapon. So your hands are a lethal weapon. So we can't let you. We're gonna give you 10 years in prison. When his lawyer said you'll probably get a maximum of 1 year if he pleads guilty.
4 years later.
8 years. Is it 4? Yes, 4 years. No. How old's the daughter? She's not 4.
I don't remember.
No, it's 8 years. It's 8 years.
Okay, sorry, numbers.
Okay. So on the day of his parole, he gets paroled and he's getting released. He's going to get transported on the same flight as a bunch of inmates who are going to be sent to a supermax security prison, and all hell breaks loose. That's pretty much, and then he has to be the hero. He is Harrison Ford's president from Air Force One, except he doesn't say "get off my plane." He says, "Put the bunny in the box." That's all he says, bunch of times. I mean, I don't mind that line. It's not a bad line. The one thing I noticed that John Malkovich, as the movie progresses, I feel like I don't know if you guys felt the same way. He's a really good bad guy.
He's a great bad guy.
He's a great everything.
Cyrus the Virus is a great villain in this movie. Like almost all the villains are great. Ving Rhames, everyone's good in this movie.
Oh, I mean, I'm afraid of Ving Rhames as it is.
Yeah, everyone is good in this movie. Like they're all really
good. Have you seen Baby Boy?
But when you get towards the end, of the movie,
that too,
where after they crash into onto the Las Vegas Strip or into the Sands Hotel, it becomes somewhat cartoony on how he escapes the plane. Like the way it's edited, it makes it seem too cartoony. That's the only I was like, I just didn't remember that. And I'm like when I saw that part, I was like, I was like, okay, that's doesn't go with the movie, but it still all fits.
Well, Malkovich was upset because they kept rewriting during the filming.
Yeah, they were writing the script as it went. I mean, a lot of people didn't like it. John Cusack didn't do interviews for this movie. He didn't like being in this movie after it was done.
I was just watching Grosse Point Blank.
But it was such he should get more. He should have gotten more action stuff.
John Cusack is underrated in movies.
Yeah, he's definitely because he wasn't bad in this movie, and I was like, I'd like to see him play this kind of character more, or give him more action stuff.
No, I need him to say more because his back
he
and
could
forth
say
with
anything.
characters.
You see what I did?
God damn you!
Took it
You're
from
welcome.
me.
You're welcome.
Oh, now I need to be better off dead. Anyways,
That was pushing it.
Yeah, I was stretching.
Yeah.
Hey, it's just we're having one crazy summer right now, so it's something I just came up with.
Grosse Point Blank.
I was watching that yesterday. It was actually not bad still. But totally forgot what I was gonna say. No. His back and forth with characters, especially when they're getting in each other's faces, he's awesome.
Yeah, like he was really good. Like they didn't give him. He should have gotten more action stuff. Like even if he's not an action star, he could have done like more supporting roles in action movies. But yeah, he didn't like being in this movie at the end because he didn't do any of the press for it.
I wonder.
Like allegedly, he just stayed in his hotel during the press.
I wonder if they finally gave him his $2. The other way around. Sorry, my bad. I fucked up that joke. I fucked that one up.
Yep. So stop. Just stop making jokes.
All right, fuck you.
It's real bad. But you okay? And the Nick Cage doing like the Van Damme kicks.
What looks awkward because of his body shape.
He's super long. That's why.
Gross.
Like his long legs and then like his long arms and then his like widow's peak when he kicks, like the hair just it's just awkward. But
That wig.
yeah, I was it a wig? Was it his real hair?
Yeah, it was a wig.
And he looked like
he
looked like he smelled like a good chunk of the movie. Like, you know how you look somebody on the picture, like you could tell like he smells. Like, oh, it looks like he smells.
Ozzy?
That's what he looked like. Yeah, exactly.
Fuck you.
But no, but it was okay. You have John Cusack, John Malkovich. You have Buscemi with his Buscemi eyes,
Yeah. Teeth.
his teeth, his whole Buscemi thing, which went
He's
really
a full
well.
Buscemi.
Because you got to remember, right after this, he played another person that's kind of nuts in Armageddon.
Yeah.
Because Armageddon was right after this.
Another Bruckheimer movie,
Yeah,
right?
another Bruckheimer movie.
Because he had the whole world in his hands, right?
But imagine, because originally, okay, so they had other people in mind for villains, right? For Cyrus the Virus. John Malkovich was really well cast as Cyrus, even though they, whatever they had.
He's in his physical prime, too.
Yeah, they're all super. You could tell, like, the youth, because, like, Nick Cage now is rough. That's a rough Cage. And no, but
Buscemi too. He looked like a baby.
yeah, they all look super young. Again, it's 97, right? But they were thinking about Willem Dafoe for Cyrus the Virus.
I see it.
I'd buy it.
Ed Harris.
Hell yeah, I'd
For a
buy
dollar.
that.
Ed Harris.
$1.
Who else was it? Hold on. I know there was Ed Harris. Willem
Ed
Dafoe.
Harris and The Rock was awesome.
Yeah.
So, I mean, him going into this would have been pretty
Oh,
cool, too.
Gary Oldman.
No. I mean, I could see it, but he's not as menacing and not like, like he doesn't have that, like, I'm crazy, I'm going to kill you kind of like feel.
Yeah, he does in The Fifth Element.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't like that movie.
That's a good movie. You're stupid.
No, I
You
just
are
don't.
dumb. You are really dumb. Because The Fifth Element is like, again, that would if this movie before like Nick Cage also had like other people that might have been the role of Cameron Poe. You had Johnny Depp, Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, Bruce Willis. You had all these people that were vying for it.
Yeah. I don't see that.
Schwarzenegger, Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren. There was all these people.
I would have actually, I think the only person that would have probably not really enjoyed it would have been Brad Pitt. Just because it would have looked like too much like a cookie cutter kind
If
of
you
like whatever thing.
if you would have done, you could have done Bruce Willis because that time Bruce Willis was still in his prime. Like
Did he have
action.
hair?
No, well maybe he probably had the Die Hard '97. Probably had the Die Hard hair.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't have the prosthetics. It's just kind of like,
Yeah,
Natural.
you just kept but he would have been. It wouldn't look too much like John McClane if you
Yeah.
had Bruce Willis in it.
white tank top.
Johnny Depp.
No, but you have the comedy in this movie fits perfectly with Nick Cage.
Because he's not trying to
No,
be funny.
he's not. It
Like
just,
that's the best part. It's just because it's just funny
Yeah.
naturally. Put the money in the box, and he added that line. Like he had those lines added. And according to Dave Chappelle improvised all his lines in the movie.
I was surprised to see him.
They were all improvised, and I forgot Dave Chappelle was in this movie until I resaw it.
Oh, until he fell off the plane. Oh,
No. I forgot that was Dave
He
Chappelle.
improvised the scream.
Yeah, I forgot that was Dave Chappelle. Like I rewatched the movie. I was like, oh, Dave Chappelle's in this movie.
They just
Yeah.
he just showed up on set. It's like, all right, Kate, I need you to go over here, put this on.
But if you watch the interactions between Dave Chappelle and John Malkovich, like at the first one where they kill the DEA agent or whatever on the plane,
Yeah.
and then Dave Chappelle's character asks, "Were you really gonna shoot me?" And he was like, "Give me the gun." Yes, I totally was. When he said all that stuff, I thought that was really the way all that was set up was pretty funny. Danny Trejo. I mean, this movie has a lot of like real dope
Dude,
bad guys.
Danny Trejo's in Mark for Death.
He's in Mark for Death?
Yeah,
I didn't know he was in
I
Mark for
laughed
Death.
my head off, going, "Holy shit, that's Danny Trejo."
I didn't know he was in Marked for Death.
He had his knives hair.
Oh.
From Desperado.
The same hair he had in Con Air.
Yeah, actually, yeah. My bad. I just totally forgot what it looked like in this one. I saw it like 3 weeks
Cuchillo?
ago.
Cuchillo's hair? He had the short hair?
Knives, cuchillo,
Because
machete.
in Dusk from Dawn, from Dusk Till Dawn, he had shorter hair.
Yeah, he did. And he still had bad acne. Go figure.
That's just Danny, because Danny Trejo's wasn't gonna be an actor. Remember, there's this whole documentary. That's
Yeah,
gonna
no,
come
I was
out
like,
soon.
when's it coming out?
I don't know. Soon?
At some point.
I don't know. But
It looks interesting as hell.
it looks like it's gonna be. Good.
looks
Oh,
too-
I by the
it
way,
looks too inspirational.
anyone who's heard who's listened to the Island of Dr. Moreau, I finally saw the documentary
And
about the disaster of making it. It's actually not bad.
So the documentary is better than the movie.
Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, that's just beside the point. That's a little throwback to people. It is on Amazon Prime, so you can watch it.
I could totally see Val Kilmer as Cameron Poe.
Yeah, I could have seen Val Kilmer in there.
Because he would have been probably like still in like Saint shape, or maybe even some Batman Forever shape.
Maybe, but again, no. If it was '97, it was about around Batman Forever. So yeah, he would have been in shape, but he also would have been a monster to work with apparently at that time.
So what? It's Val Kilmer.
Yeah. But Nick Cage was at his Nick Cage prime.
His first movie
I mean, he wasn't at the
Airplane.
he wasn't.
I
the-
mean, what's Top Secret? There you go.
He wasn't. Nick Cage isn't the crazy Nick Cage he is now. He was the like
He's
honed in acting Nick Cage that did the majority of his own stunts. Like when he's hanging off the fire truck.
Well,
at
but
the
that's
end
Face
with-
Off Nick Cage too.
But he wasn't as buff. He wasn't buff in Face Off.
Well, he wore more clothes, so he really couldn't.
No,
tell.
but you could tell he looked thinner.
He filmed Con Air and Face Off together.
But he didn't look. It's weird. He didn't look as buff. He didn't look buff at all in Face Off, which is another. It's a great Nick Cage John Travolta movie. That's better than Broken Arrow.
Oh yeah.
Way better than Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow had
Christian Slater.
Christian
There you
Slater
go.
and John Travolta.
I almost said Helen Slater for.
But I think it was also. Wasn't that also? Was that Jerry Bruckheimer too? Broken Arrow.
I don't know.
It feels like it was around, or John Woo, something like that. It's probably John Woo.
I don't care. Look,
It's probably John Woo. But if but Nick Cage, when he like at the end of the movie when he's hanging from the fire truck with one arm, even though it's the arm that he just got shot in, I was like, man, Cameron Poe is a G. I was about to call him Cameron Crowe, but that's
Poe
somebody
Cameron.
else.
hold me closer.
Yeah,
We don't have money for that. Sorry.
yeah. You just gotta stop singing songs.
Okay. We don't have money for that.
You just gotta stop singing songs. Period. No, but this movie has a lot of explosions, and it is dedicated to one of the. I didn't even know that. It was dedicated to one of the welder that had a plane fall on him.
While filming.
In the movie,
Or in real life.
In
real life, like while filming the movie, the actual model of the plane, like I guess, fell on top of him and smushed him.
Twilight Zone.
damn.
Yeah. So that's what. Yeah, that's why. If you watch the credits, it's dedicated to him. And then speaking of like the credits, when you like, I always thought Leanne. Well, I knew Leanne Rimes sang "How Do I Live." I knew it was a Leanne Rimes song.
She
that-
sang it afterwards.
No.
No, it was
She
her
sang
song
it the
first.
same year. It's the same
Was
year.
it the same year still?
I
Sounds
think
like you
I
have
think
to
it's
sell like
because
that.
she was 14 years old singing that song that they didn't want to bring a 14-year-old singing that song in a movie that's action. So they had it re-recorded the same year by Trisha Yearwood.
Who wrote it?
She didn't write it. Diane
wrote it? Oh,
Warren
that's
wrote
right.
it. You dumb fuck.
Hey, sorry, all these blonde people look alike to me.
That was racist.
Jeez.
No, it wasn't. It was colorist. They have the same colorist, so it's all the same color.
So Diane Warren wrote the song. Let me explain it to you. And then Leanne Rimes released it in 1997.
Okay, so let me get
earlier.
this straight. Let me get this
Hold-
straight.
Can you let me finish?
Warren G wrote it.
Warren G.
So, okay. No,
How do
so
I live without you? Huh?
yeah. But that's mainly Nate Dogg. The way you were trying to sing that,
Yeah, I
was
know.
Nate Dogg,
Damn
not
it.
Warren G.
You stopped me though.
No.
would've-
You stopped yourself.
It's over. Fine.
Okay. No, so Leanne Rimes wrote it originally. Then for the movie, it was the weirdest thing because both songs were in the were hits in the same year
Yeah.
because they were both. It was first originally released by Leanne Rimes, written by Diane Warren. Then for the movie was released, but I think this movie needed like an alternate song, an additional song that was more rock and roll, a little bit more harder because it's an action movie. Because it's weird. Again, I was watching the music video, the Trisha Yearwood, and it has clips of Nicolas Cage fighting explosions and all set to "How Do I Live." It's weird, but whatever. It fits the movie. It's
Got nominated for an Oscar.
It sucks for Leanne Rimes.
Wait, was it?
Yeah.
So it was first it wasn't Leanne Rimes first.
Yeah, it was.
No, because if it was nominated
Yeah,
for an Oscar,
as a-
usually the connection is
It has to be an original song.
no. I'm
Explain
saying
it to him again.
Those when it's the nominations for an Oscar, they cannot be a part of an existing album. It has to be
Part of the movie.
It has to be made for the movie.
That's why the Trisha Yearwood one was made for the movie.
Yeah, but Vinny said that Leanne Rimes did it first.
She released it the same year.
No. But you see, when if you go back to the recording, it says that he said that Leanne did it first. Then because she's like 14, we can't have can't put it here. So we put it here. Then it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Oscar thing. It's like, oh,
Okay, so let me go read. Let me go back and explain it to you how this works. It was nominated for Grammy and an Academy Award for Best Original Song. Okay. Leanne Rimes released an album of singles before with the same song. She released it first, and then it was released by Trisha Yearwood on the Con Air soundtrack.
But what I'm saying is, it shouldn't. Then, if that's the case, then it should not
It
have been
doesn't
released.
matter, it still got nominated.
It should not. It should
yeah,
not
I don't
have
know
been
why.
nominated.
I don't know why you're fighting this.
It shouldn't have been nominated. Then. It shouldn't be nominated. It didn't qualify for nomination then, if it was released by someone else beforehand. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You done?
No, I'm done.
Okay, yeah. It was still nominated for an Oscar. Who cares what you say? You don't make the rules, you fat bastard.
But those are them's the rules.
No.
Them's the rules.
They might be them's the rules, but they ain't the rules.
It's the reason why a lot of songs haven't gotten nominated for.
There's a reason why you don't work for the Academy.
That's true.
There's a reason why you only are an extra in movies.
Oh, come on.
There's a reason. There's a reason for a lot of things.
Don't downplay his movie career.
That's true. We'll have another episode about your
No,
couch
we're
couch
not.
sessions.
We're not doing that one again.
Spread cheeks. Spread my butt cheeks. Call me Mark Honcho. But yes, it got nominated for the Academy
Mike
Award.
Honcho?
Mike Honcho. You haven't seen Talladega Nights? I spread my butt cheeks.
You can remember it. Sorry.
Yeah.
All I remember.
Never
is-
watch Holmes and Watson. By the way, just throwing that out there. Even if it's on Encore, never watch Holmes and Watson. It's a garbage movie.
What about Eurovision?
Even worse.
Wasn't that bad?
Well, you like real bad movies, apparently.
Well, yeah, bro. That's not the point.
No, that is the point. No, but Con Air, it's tough to say because it's not an iconic movie. It doesn't have like crazy lines that you're gonna remember, but it just has great performances and it's a lot of fun to watch. It's not a boring movie. It's a well paced, well done. Even though like the very end gets a little bit cartoony, just with their escape from the plane crash. But it's really enjoyable. Nick Cage's performance is good. All the performances are good. You would never tell that it was like written on the fly.
No.
You're right.
I'm good.
No, but so it's just
And it's cheesy. It's cheesy.
it's 90s action movie, and like
Yeah.
it's it's like you put it with if you want to watch like Nick Prime in his 90s, you do watch what you said. You watch The Rock, you watch Face Off, and you watch Con Air.
Yeah.
Like if you want to watch Nick Cage in action movies, because his action movies now are not good.
Are you telling me
Because he makes
that
movies.
Bangkok
Remember,
Dangerous is not good?
yeah,
All right, stop checking because I don't want to watch it.
Snake Eyes is also not good.
Yeah, it's bad.
There's all these movies that he made. That
So
were
you're
not
telling
good.
me 8mm is not good?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
So you are looking at me in my eyes and you're directly telling me that Next is in.
That one's not bad, actually. That one's not bad.
Ghost Rider.
Oh, it's even worse. Both of them are horrible.
It's like, we made one. It sucked. Let's make another one. It'd probably be better, right? No, it's gonna suck.
And
worse.
yeah, it'd be horrible. We just yeah, no. Ugh. But Next isn't bad. It's not that bad.
So Jessica Biel, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why it's not that bad. But you watch The Rock, you watch Con Air, you watch Face Off, and you have like everything you need to know about Nick Cage in the '90s. And if you want to throw in an Oscar movie, you watching Leaving Las Vegas.
There you go.
That's it. You don't have to watch, because then after that he went nuts. Like literally, he went nuts and he started making any movie he could make because he went broke.
The whole year in.
Yeah, he started making like 60. He made 60
How did he
movies.
go broke? He comes from a
Coppola's.
family, like a movie family dynasty.
I have no idea how he went broke, but
He's
he was
linked to
making
Coppola's.
he was
Yeah.
making every movie that was offered to him. He made it for money. Like he was just making all these movies, but they're just a lot of them are just not good. Majority of them, because he did definitely peak in the '90s. Because you can't tell me there's a movie now that's Nick Cage that's a good movie. I mean that he starred in, because he was good in Kick-Ass, even though because he was a little small bit part of Kick-Ass. But like, there's no movie you could tell me that Nick Cage now was great. Has been the greatest.
I like Kick-Ass too.
He's not in that movie.
He has like a little cameo. Like
He's dead. He dies in the first
Yeah,
one.
I know, but flashback wise, I'm saying he's
That's
just sequel.
still doesn't count.
Well, I like Jim Carrey in that one. Part 2.
Okay, but we're talking about Nick Cage.
Oh, okay. Not the same guy.
Jim Carrey hates those movies
Yeah, he does now.
Now he does. He made it.
after he got paid.
Mm-hmm.
It's like check cleared. Fuck this movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what he said. But I mean, what do you think would have made Con Air like better? Is there anything that
Nothing.
could make Con Bear?
I think it's perfect.
Con Bear a little better.
That's a weird gay porno, isn't it?
You tell me.
Oh damn.
No, like I don't know. I don't know what because
No,
I think it's a good. I think as is, it's
perfect. I think
well
it's a
done.
perfect movie.
It's
I
just
think-
it's a
I
movie.
think
It's a movie. You turn on your Dolby Atmos on. You turn on your sound system. You it's in 4K, right?
I don't know.
No, I don't
is
think
it a
so.
4K? Really? Oh, okay. Well, you just turn it on your big screen TV.
I think I
with-
know. I think I know what would make it better.
What?
If Cyrus lives.
Oh, he does die like in an awkward way because when he falls off that conveyor belt, he doesn't fall anywhere near the pounding thing, and all of a sudden he's perfectly placed there. That was just awkward to me.
He's placed in the pounding.
And where did that whole area come from? Because he flies through the bridge,
Yeah, I don't know.
and then they're in Vegas. Where did that come from?
Could be one of those weird displays, like it's just a background kind of thing.
I mean, they do go through a construction area, right? At one point, I don't know.
I can't remember the ending. All the
I don't know, but you know what was cool about that scene is that was all miniatures. Like when the plane crashing thing, it was all miniatures.
That
But
looks pretty dope.
they did blow up the front of that casino because they were going to demolish it anyway.
Yeah.
The Sands, right?
Yeah, the Sands. So they ended up asking if they could just blow up the front for the movie.
Hey, did you know that the Sahara's coming back?
Who cares?
No, I'm just saying it's like because they
Oh, that's
closed
right.
it.
You just went to Vegas.
Yeah.
How was that?
It's frustrating. Like nothing's not. First of all, I can't find a Starbucks open at all. I was like, "Where the fuck's a Starbucks? There's a Starbucks in the lobby."
Why do you drink Starbucks?
Yeah, bro.
I like
You got
Starbucks.
money.
Because you just like a bunch of cereal. You just like a bunch of sugar.
No, I get my coffee black.
Dang, why don't you just make your own coffee? Why do you have to pay all that money? Why do you pay that $5 or $3, whatever it costs?
It's like $2.50. Relax.
Why do you spend $2.50 when you can make your own coffee? If you just like it black,
Yeah.
makes no sense.
It's slow drip, man. Slow drip. Relax.
You could just do your own slow drip.
I do it at home now. I do it. I just when I'm not home, I don't trust anything else. So
Were you able to go
Anyways,
anywhere?
Not really. I mean, there was there's stuff that the casino's open. People are still being a-holes. Still, it doesn't smell like cigarette anymore. Not as much at least. Now you know how it smells. You get that weird like oh my god, my shirt still smells like 2 hours later.
That's just you normally.
No, but a cigarette smoke.
Oh, but you just smell normal.
But see, you don't just smell cigarette. You smell a ton of weed. Like it's like
That's legal.
yeah, no, doesn't matter. It's
illegal.
It's annoying. Yeah, but a lot of people weren't wearing masks, which is also frustrating.
Which is why you don't go to Las Vegas. That's on you.
Well, I know.
That's on you.
Oh, I saw building
It's called
beer.
freedom. You can do whatever you want.
It's on you. Number one,
My
it's on
body,
you.
my choice.
And it's on you to go. So you can't complain if you go somewhere and you're like, oh, it's frustrating. It's on you. You decided to go.
No, whatever. So, Bill Lane Beer. You know who that is?
Nope.
No. Edgar? No. He was the center for the Detroit Pistons in the '80s. The ones that the ones that beat the Lakers.
Who cares? Wow, great story.
All right, cool. Never mind. I'll tell you some other time.
Then you grab my nuts. And but
He did though.
this is why you can't write a movie about vampires because you can't tell a story. You're really bad at telling stories, 100%.
All right, whatever. You just hear sports and go.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But unless it's an enjoyable story, unless you can tell a story properly.
All right.
He didn't even finish it though. How do you know it's not entertaining?
I didn't even get into it because I was like, hey, by the way. So, anyways,
Yeah.
no, go ahead.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you finish that story.
Yeah,
storytelling.
sports. You don't like sports.
Sports.
You don't like sports.
But there are no sports right now, and you're talking about a sport that's not happening.
Yeah, but it's a guy from a sport. I'm
You
just saying.
you remember Randy Savage?
Well, it's not my fault. None of you guys actually know sports.
Then don't talk about sports. None of us know sports. So why you bring up a sports story? And we're all gonna glass eye on you. Cool story.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. It's wasted on this.
Con Air, not the blow drying system. The movie, well done. I 100% always. I mean, I would recommend always like watching it at least once a year because it's just a fun action movie, and it's not a movie you get bored of because there's good. It just has a good pace, has an enjoyable story. It's not gonna wow you with how amazing the writing is or anything, but the performances in it are good.
My daddy's coming back in July 14th. See, I knew you were lying.
Yeah. Put the bunny in the box. It's just a fun movie to watch. So, Con Air, I say watch it because it's enjoyable, and then just watch the trifecta of The Rock, because you get Nick Cage and Sean Connery. And you watch Face Off because you get the dope. You get an awesome. Then you watch Face Off, which I don't know if we've ever talked about it on the show, but
we've mentioned a bunch of times.
Yeah, that's another movie that where Nick Cage and meshed well with John Travolta, and it was just everything's like that's a good afternoon of watching.
If I allow you to suck my tongue, will you be grateful? I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Great line.
Yeah.
You guys are brothers. Relax.
Seriously.
And, gross.
On that note, this has been Vinny.
I gotta go throw up. This is Ozzy.
And Edgar.
We'll see you guys next week.
I mean, it's a podcast. You can say.
I already stopped recording. Stop talking.
He's looking at you, kid.
In case I don't see you.